Hey there, welcome back to the channel. I'm Dr. Charlotte Hayes, and today I'm going to share something with you that sounds almost too simple to be true, but the science behind it is absolutely solid. We're talking about adding a specific vitamin to your morning coffee that can help restore erectile function, even if you're in your 60s or 70s. Now, before you think this is just another gimmick, I want you to stick with me because we're going to dive deep into the research, explain exactly why this works, and I'm going to give you multiple vitamin options that have proven effectiveness. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications because this information could genuinely change your life. Here's what most men don't understand about erectile dysfunction. It's rarely just about what's happening below the belt. More often than not, it's a symptom of underlying issues with your cardiovascular system, your nervous system, your hormone production, or your overall nutritional status. And here's where it gets interesting. Certain vitamin deficiencies are incredibly common in older men and directly contribute to erectile difficulties. The beautiful thing about adding vitamins to your coffee is that you're creating a daily ritual that's easy to maintain. You're already drinking coffee every morning, so there's no new habit to form. You're just enhancing something you already do. And coffee itself has some benefits for erectile function that we'll talk about in a moment. Let me start by telling you about the most important vitamin for erectile function. And this is the one that's going to surprise most people, vitamin D. Now, I know you're thinking, isn't vitamin D the sunshine vitamin? What does that have to do with erections? Everything, as it turns out. Vitamin D is actually not just a vitamin, it's a hormone precursor that affects virtually every system in your body. When it comes to sexual function, vitamin D plays several crucial roles. First, it's essential for testosterone production. Studies have shown that men with adequate vitamin D levels have significantly higher testosterone than men who are deficient. And testosterone, as we know, is absolutely critical for libido, erectile function, and overall sexual health. But vitamin D does more than just support testosterone. It also directly affects the endothelial cells that line your blood vessels. These cells produce nitric oxide, which is the molecule that signals blood vessels to relax and allow blood flow. Without adequate nitric oxide, you simply cannot achieve a strong erection. Vitamin D helps these endothelial cells function properly and produce adequate nitric oxide. Here's the shocking part. Studies suggest that up to 70% of men over 50 are deficient in vitamin D. That means the majority of older men are walking around with suboptimal levels of this crucial nutrient, and it's directly impacting their sexual function. Research has shown that men with vitamin D deficiency are 32% more likely to have erectile dysfunction compared to men with adequate levels. In one study, men with severe erectile dysfunction had significantly lower vitamin D levels than men with mild or no erectile dysfunction. The connection is clear and well established. So how do you add vitamin D to your coffee? Vitamin D is fat soluble, which means it needs to be taken with fat for optimal absorption. If you drink your coffee black, add a bit of cream, whole milk, or even a teaspoon of coconut oil or butter. Then add your vitamin D drops or open a vitamin D capsule and mix it in. Most men need between 2,000 and 5,000 international units of vitamin D daily. If you're deficient, you might need even more initially. The best approach is to get your levels tested and work with your doctor to determine the right dose. But adding 2,000 international units to your morning coffee is a good starting point for most men. Now let me tell you about another vitamin that's absolutely crucial for erectile function. Vitamin B3, also known as niacin. This one is incredibly powerful, and the research behind it is impressive. Niacin works by improving blood flow and helping your body utilize cholesterol more effectively. Remember, cholesterol is the building block for testosterone and other sex hormones. But here's where niacin really shines. It's been shown in multiple studies to significantly improve erectile function, particularly in men with high cholesterol. In one study, men with erectile dysfunction and high cholesterol who took niacin for 12 weeks experienced significant improvements in their ability to achieve and maintain erections. Niacin works by increasing HDL cholesterol, the good cholesterol, while decreasing LDL cholesterol and triglycerides. This improves overall cardiovascular health, which directly translates to better erectile function. It also has direct effects on blood vessel dilation, helping them relax and allow better blood flow. You can add niacin to your coffee by opening a capsule and mixing it in. Start with a lower dose, around 50 to 100 milligrams, because niacin can cause a harmless but sometimes uncomfortable flushing sensation, especially when you first start taking it. And this flushing is actually a sign that it's working, dilating your blood vessels. Most people develop tolerance to the flushing after a few weeks. Gradually work up to 500 milligrams daily if needed. Some men find that taking it with food, or in this case, coffee with some cream or milk, reduces the flushing. The flush-free forms of niacin don't seem to have the same beneficial effects on erectile function, so it's worth tolerating the temporary flushing to get the results. Let's talk about vitamin E now, because this is another one that doesn't get enough attention for sexual health. Vitamin E is a powerful antioxidant that protects your cells from oxidative damage. Your blood vessels are particularly vulnerable to oxidative stress, and when they're damaged, they can't function properly. Vitamin E helps maintain the integrity and flexibility of blood vessel walls. It also works synergistically with other nutrients to support healthy blood flow. Studies have shown that vitamin E supplementation can improve endothelial function, which, as we've discussed, is crucial for erectile function. Vitamin E is also important for hormone production and sperm health. While we're focused on erectile function today, it's worth noting that vitamin E supports overall male reproductive health. Because vitamin E is fat-soluble, like vitamin D, it's perfect for adding to coffee that has some cream or fat in it. Add about 400 international units of vitamin E to your morning coffee. You can open a capsule and stir it in, or use liquid vitamin E if you prefer. Now here's one that might surprise you: vitamin C. Most people think of vitamin C as something you take when you have a cold, but it's actually incredibly important for sexual function. Vitamin C is essential for the production of nitric oxide. It also protects nitric oxide from breaking down too quickly, making it more available to do its job of dilating blood vessels. Vitamin C is also crucial for collagen production, and collagen is an important component of blood vessel walls. Strong, healthy blood vessels are essential for erectile function. Additionally, vitamin C is a powerful antioxidant that protects against oxidative stress and inflammation, both of which damage blood vessels and impair sexual function. Studies have shown that men with higher vitamin C intake have better erectile function than men with lower intake. Vitamin C also helps your body absorb iron and supports overall immune function, so you're getting multiple benefits. You can easily add vitamin C powder to your coffee. Start with 500 to 1,000 milligrams. Vitamin C is water-soluble, so it mixes easily. Some people find that vitamin C makes coffee taste slightly more acidic, but most don't notice much difference, especially if they add cream or sweetener. Let me tell you about vitamin K2 now, because this is one that most men have never even heard of, but it's incredibly important. Vitamin K2 works with vitamin D to direct calcium to the right places in your body, like your bones, and keep it out of the wrong places, like your arteries. Arterial calcification, where calcium builds up in your blood vessels, is a major contributor to erectile dysfunction. When your arteries are stiff and calcified, blood can't flow properly. Vitamin K2 helps prevent and even reverse this calcification, improving vascular flexibility and blood flow. Vitamin K2 also supports testosterone production. Some research suggests that it activates proteins that are involved in testosterone synthesis. While more research is needed in this area, the preliminary findings are promising. Add about 100 to 200 micrograms of vitamin K2 to your coffee. Like vitamins D and E, it's fat-soluble, so make sure you have some fat in your coffee. Vitamin K2 works best when combined with vitamin D, so adding both to your morning coffee creates a powerful synergy. Now, I want to talk about the B-complex vitamins as a group, because they're all important for sexual function in different ways. We already discussed B3 or niacin, but B6, B9 or folate, and B12 are also crucial. Vitamin B6 helps regulate hormones and supports neurotransmitter production. It's involved in the production of serotonin and dopamine, which affect mood, motivation, and sexual desire. B6 also helps reduce prolactin levels, and high prolactin can suppress testosterone and sexual function. Vitamin B9 or folate is important for nitric oxide production and overall cardiovascular health. It works together with B12 to reduce homocysteine levels. High homocysteine is a risk factor for cardiovascular disease and erectile dysfunction. Vitamin B12 is essential for nerve function, and healthy nerve function is crucial for sexual arousal and response. B12 deficiency is very common in older men, particularly those who take certain medications like metformin or acid-reducing drugs. Low B12 can contribute to erectile difficulties, reduced sensation, and decreased sexual desire. You can add a B complex supplement to your coffee, which gives you all these vitamins in one convenient form. Look for a B complex that includes the active forms of these vitamins, pyridoxal 5-phosphate for B6, methylfolate for B9, and methylcobalamin for B12. These forms are more readily used by your body. Let's talk about why coffee itself is actually beneficial for erectile function, and then adding these vitamins makes it even more powerful. Coffee contains caffeine, which is a mild stimulant that can improve blood flow and enhance physical performance. Studies have actually shown that men who drink 2 to 3 cups of coffee daily have lower rates of erectile dysfunction compared to men who don't drink coffee. Caffeine helps relax the smooth muscle in the penis, which is necessary for blood to flow in and create an erection. Coffee also contains antioxidants that protect blood vessels from damage. The combination of caffeine and antioxidants makes coffee a surprisingly good vehicle for supporting sexual health. When you add vitamins to your coffee, you're creating a powerful morning ritual that addresses multiple aspects of erectile function: hormone production, blood vessel health, nitric oxide production, inflammation reduction, and nerve function. Here's how I recommend you approach this. Start by getting your vitamin levels tested if possible. This helps you know which vitamins you're deficient in and need to focus on. At minimum, get your vitamin D and B12 levels checked, as deficiencies in these are extremely common and significantly impact sexual function. Begin by adding vitamin D to your morning coffee. This is the single most important one for most men. Use 2,000 to 5,000 international units daily. Add some fat to your coffee, whether that's cream, whole milk, coconut oil, or butter, because vitamin D needs fat for absorption. After a week or two, add vitamin C powder. Start with 500 milligrams and work up to 1,000 milligrams. This is easy to mix in and supports nitric oxide production. After another week, add a B complex vitamin. You can open the capsule and mix it into your coffee, or take it alongside your coffee. The B vitamins support energy production, hormone balance, and nerve function. If you want to go further, add vitamin E at 400 international units and vitamin K2 at 100 to 200 micrograms. Remember, these are fat soluble, so make sure you have some fat in your coffee. For men with high cholesterol or cardiovascular concerns, adding niacin can be particularly beneficial. Start low and work up gradually to minimize flushing. Now let me be realistic about what to expect. This isn't like taking a pharmaceutical that works in an hour. You're addressing nutritional deficiencies and supporting your body's natural processes. Most men start noticing improvements within 3 to 4 weeks of consistent daily use. More significant improvements typically develop over 2 to 3 months. The men who get the best results are those who combine this vitamin strategy with other healthy lifestyle habits. You can't just add vitamins to your coffee and expect miracles if you're eating poorly, never exercising, and not managing stress. Make sure you're eating a diet rich in vegetables, healthy fats, and adequate protein. Exercise regularly, both resistance training and cardiovascular exercise. Get 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night. Manage your stress through whatever techniques work for you, whether that's meditation, time in nature, or engaging hobbies. Limit or eliminate smoking and excessive alcohol consumption. Both of these directly damage blood vessels and impair erectile function. If you smoke, quitting is one of the single most important things you can do for your sexual health. Maintain a healthy body weight. Excess body fat, particularly around the middle, converts testosterone to estrogen and creates inflammation that damages blood vessels. Losing excess weight can dramatically improve erectile function. Let me address some common questions. Can you take too much of these vitamins? Yes, it's possible, particularly with fat-soluble vitamins like D, E, and K that can build up in your body. That's why I recommend starting with moderate doses and ideally working with a healthcare provider who can monitor your levels. Water-soluble vitamins like C and the B vitamins are generally safer because excess amounts are excreted in urine, but megadoses can still cause problems. Stick with the doses I've recommended, which are in the therapeutic range but not excessive. What if you're already taking medications for erectile dysfunction? Can you still use this approach? In most cases, yes. These are nutritional supplements that support your overall health. However, if you're on any medications, particularly blood thinners or blood pressure medications, check with your doctor first. Vitamin E and niacin, for example, can thin the blood, and vitamin K can interact with blood thinners. Will this work for everyone? Most men will see some benefit from correcting vitamin deficiencies, but the degree of improvement varies. Men with mild to moderate erectile dysfunction related to nutritional deficiencies typically see the most dramatic results. If you have severe erectile dysfunction from significant vascular damage or nerve damage, you'll likely need additional interventions, but optimizing your nutrition still provides important support. How long should you continue this? Ideally, this becomes a permanent part of your daily routine. You're not just treating a symptom, you're supporting your overall health. The vitamins we've discussed support not just sexual function, but also cardiovascular health, immune function, energy levels, and cognitive function. Let me give you a simple morning routine to follow. Wake up and make your coffee. Add cream, whole milk, or a teaspoon of coconut oil or butter. While the coffee is still warm, add your vitamin D drops or open a vitamin D capsule and stir it in. Add your vitamin E if you're using it. Add vitamin K2, mix in vitamin C powder, add your B complex, or take it alongside your coffee. If you're using niacin, add that as well. Stir everything thoroughly and drink your coffee. That's it. You've just given your body a powerful dose of nutrients that support erectile function, hormone production, cardiovascular health, and overall vitality. It takes an extra 60 seconds to add these vitamins to your coffee, but the benefits compound over time. Track your results. Keep a simple journal noting your energy levels, mood, workout performance, and yes, your sexual function. When you look back after 2 or 3 months, you'll probably be amazed at the improvements you've experienced. Consider retesting your vitamin levels after 3 months to see how your supplementation is working. This allows you to adjust doses if needed and confirms that you're moving in the right direction. Here's something important. Quality matters when it comes to supplements. Not all vitamins are created equal. Look for reputable brands that do third-party testing. For vitamin D, look for D3, cholecalciferol, not D2. For B vitamins, look for the active forms I mentioned earlier. For vitamin E, look for mixed tocopherols, not just alpha tocopherol. For vitamin K2, look for the MK7 form, which has a longer half-life in your body. Yes, high-quality supplements cost more, but they're worth it. You're investing in your health, and you want products that actually deliver what they promise. Let me also mention that while adding vitamins to coffee is convenient, you can also take them with breakfast if you prefer. The key is consistency and taking fat-soluble vitamins with some dietary fat. Coffee just happens to be a convenient daily ritual that most men already have. Before we wrap up, I want to emphasize that erectile dysfunction is often an early warning sign of cardiovascular disease. If you're experiencing erectile difficulties, don't just treat it as an isolated problem. See your doctor for a comprehensive cardiovascular evaluation. The same factors that impair blood flow to the penis often affect blood flow to the heart and brain. The good news is that the approaches we've discussed today support your overall cardiovascular health, not just your sexual function. By optimizing your vitamin status, you're reducing your risk of heart disease, stroke, and other serious conditions while also improving your quality of life and sexual performance. Start tomorrow morning. Get yourself some high-quality vitamin D and vitamin C at minimum. Add them to your morning coffee with a bit of cream or fat. Commit to doing this every single day for at least 2 months. I think you'll be genuinely surprised at how much better you feel, not just in the bedroom, but overall. If you found this information valuable, please hit that like button and share this video with anyone who might benefit. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss future videos on natural approaches to men's health and vitality. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Dr. Charlotte Hayes, and remember, sexual health is a reflection of overall health. By supporting your body with the nutrients it needs, you're not just improving your performance today. You're investing in your long-term health and vitality. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.